It's May 15th, Andrew, so what happened? Well, a couple of things did reopen statewide, but our reopening process has not begun. It's either June 13th or when we meet the CDC statistics. So what's taking so long? Well, we used to be at 5, but we actually slipped to 4, which is kind of bad news, as the beds went from 31% to 30%. As in, it was like we just crushed, defeated it, and now we're back stuck below it. But our main problem is the 14-day hospital decline. Now, in New York City, they actually have met that with a 30-day decline, but they still have 502 cases. But we've only had a 1-day decline. If we're on day 13, it ticks up by 1, progress over. The other thing is in a 3-day period, we have to have less than 15 hospital deaths. Why is that going to be a problem, you say? Well, because a lot of people who are in the hospital and dying at this point got the virus while it was rampaging across the United States, even before the apex. And yeah, but at least the thing is that Cuomo said that that it's like June 13th or when we hit the metrics. Upstate, they still have to wait till May 15th, even when they hit the metrics. On Memorial Day, all New York State beaches are to reopen at 50% capacity. But the problem is that it's like none of the closure stuff is going away. And even in phase 1 is just construction and manufacturing that's not essential. What else is the problem? Per 100,000, the hospitalizations has to be at 2, and we're currently at 3. I know it doesn't sound like a big difference, but think about it this way. So New York has 19.45 million people, but Long Island has 2.85 million people. Actually, I think it might be closer to 2.8 million people. So you have 2 groups of 28. 2 groups of 28. Actually, no, 28 groups of 100,000. I kept getting confused. So this means that per hospital admissions, the rate that we have to be at is 56 and currently we're at 84. I believe is how it's going to work, which is quite a substantial difference. Western New York, though, is also lagging behind severely, likely because of Buffalo and Niagara Falls and that CSA. Some regions are even able to move on, but not here. So, and Cuomo said that he has the right to extend it past June 13th if we're still lagging behind the criteria. Although at some point things do have to reopen, and it's gone on for 2 months now, and it could be 3 if we don't meet the statistics, or even longer. Cuomo said that as long as it's not exceeding half a year, he's willing to keep everything closed. He said though that half a year. It cannot extend beyond half a year. But the economy has been somewhat reopened, and now Cuomo doesn't feel it's as urgent to reopen the state, given that the economy situation has been mostly recovered. So what will we have to offer? Well, we'll find out. Am I going to make 613 trackers? Probably not. CDC trackers? Probably not, but to be honest, I don't even know.